Our next guest is currently Tony nominated for his show-stopping performance in the Broadway revival of Chess. If you haven't seen the musical, don't worry. Here's like 30 seconds to make you want it so badly. Just let that soak in. Like, what in the hell just happened? Please welcome Tony nominee Nicholas Christopher Down.
Yeah.
First of all, you're insane.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like, a lot of that, I don't know if everybody will get this, a lot of that was straight tone, no vibrato. That takes way more air to sustain that.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And then you grasped for that vibrato. Celine, I just spit. You grasped for that vibrato at the end. It was so, that's insane. You do that every time.
8 shows a week.
Do you? Do you?
Oh, yes.
Before you go for that, have you ever just been like, damn it, I didn't take a big enough breath? Like I wasn't, have you ever?
No, to be honest, I'm kind of blacked out at that point.
Okay.
Like, what you don't
Okay.
see is the 2.5 hours before then of people yelling at me and telling me what to do for the whole show. So finally, when it gets to that point,
You're
it's just like, everybody, just shut the up.
Yeah, you're ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of primed for it. And what's even funnier about that moment is that I didn't know I was going to do that until we got in front of an audience and we ran the show. And so...
Did they just say, we'll start when you stop, or what?
Well, I just didn't stop. And so then the conductor was like, I guess I'm gonna come in then. And then it just turned into this whole thing.
I was like,
Yeah.
Celine. I was like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You have like
Thank
a
you very
second
much.
pair of lungs. Congrats on the nomination.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you, thank you,
Not just
thank
for the
you.
note.
Oh
In
my
general,
God.
well deserved.
Yeah.
Everybody's loving this show.
We're having a really good time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the right mix between like politics and then like humor and then, you know, screaming at the top of your lungs.
Yeah. So wait, so you found out you were nominated with your family, right?
Yes.
That's funny too. That
Yeah.
usually you're alone. I feel like I'm always alone when I find something out. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to like do the whole thing of like, oh, I didn't even care, I was asleep, but no. I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep, so I went to the gym, and then we were FaceTiming my family, and I had my little girls on either side of me and my wife, and we were just like hoping and praying, and it was, not only was it the first category called, but I was the first name called, and then we screamed for the rest of the day.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And I sank down to the floor.
So you're not the only one that had a big like moment in your family that week.
Yes, it's been crazy.
Yeah, your dad.
My dad, King Charles went to Bermuda, which is where I'm from, and my dad is a town crier there, which is now like an official position in Bermuda because of him. And so he got to announce King Charles's presence and got to meet him, and yeah, it was just a really crazy week for my dad. And my sister's also expecting a baby any minute. So
people are just trumping you left and right.
I know, you can't compete with me. I can't just have my moment.
And give me my moment. Why are you stealing my thunder? Yeah. Oh my God, that's incredible. I heard that growing up though, you wanted to be something else. Is this true? It wasn't. I mean, you were meant to be on stage.
Yeah. Well, you know, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so I would sit home and I would watch movies, and I wanted to be Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's my son. He wears the costume, the hat, has a whip.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I had the whip and everything. I would just sit on the couch with, like, you know, the leather jacket.
Not at Halloween. I'm talking just like January the 7th. Yep.
Yes.
Just could be any day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's an inspiring character. He's an adventurer.
Oh, completely.
Of course, every kid wants to be Indiana Jones.
For sure. But then you realize archaeology isn't, you know, shooting guns and snapping whips.
Yeah.
So I had to make a change. Yeah, that's really true.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't work out though, because you were meant to be what you're doing. You were meant to be doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick break though, y'all. You can see Chess at the Imperial Theater here in New York. The Tonys are broadcast on Sunday, June 7th.